I cannot even begin to tell you how gorgeous this day is. It's the first day that really feels like spring and it's sort of warm. It's gonna be 64 degrees today. Such a treat. So I'm headed over to Jardin des Plantes. Here's my idea. So Jardin des Plantes is an amazing park. I'm going to introduce you to it. But the thing is, like, next week and looking like moving forward, we're going to be in the 60s and 70s. So everything's just going to explode. What I want to do is a before and after. I want to show you guys what this park looks like as it's starting to just blow up with all of its spring goodness. So that's the idea. I mean, even just a week or two ago, things weren't even greening up that much. But now there's something for us to actually look at. And I'm going to show you the park. We're going to walk around it, take some before pictures. 2 weeks later, I'm going to go back and do some after. Look, there's Saint-Geneviève. Hi. And I'm going to show you my hack for having a little picnic there. There's so much that this park offers, but we're gonna have fun doing some before and after experiences too, so that you can see what spring has in store for us in Paris. So here, let's go see Geneviève. Look, oh, she looks good today. Hi, lady. Okay, we're gonna go over the bridge where she is. Okay, do you remember the name? Naturelle. We're gonna go right over behind her. So I'm leaving Ile Saint Louis, right? Leaving the island. And there's Notre Dame. I'm coming right over here behind Saint-Geneviève to the bakery that's right here on the corner. I pointed out to you guys before, just in case you're new here. I'll explain real quick why this bakery is special. This, you see that big glass top there? It's just all glass around on the building. That's Tour d'Argent, very famous restaurant, Michelin. It's wonderful, very high-end and exclusive. And all of the bread and desserts is made right here in this bakery. So all the bread that you eat, the desserts that you get, a lot of it's made right here in this bakery. And they make everything on site. That can be unusual here in France, anywhere in France. Not all bakers bake on site. It's not their bread. You have to make sure that they do. Hey, lady. If you are not familiar with the Saint-Geneviève story, go ahead and jump back into my Instagram highlights or YouTube. And she was our entire first week for our International Women's Celebration Month. She is this patron saint of Paris. And there's all sorts of different places to find her around town. Cross over. You see the line already. It won't take long. It's worth it. It's lunchtime, that's why there's a big line. And COVID. Social distancing, or the lack thereof, to get a good sandwich. Here we go.
En dessert, vous avez toute la partie viennoiserie, également le flan parisien.
Viennoiserie.
Dans toute cette partie-là.
D'accord.
Et il y a également le flan qui est là, le flan et le gâteau basque. Un gâteau basque?
Et avec flan, gâteau basque ou...
Et pour l'eau, vous m'avez dit une plate, hein? Là, vous avez.
sandwich has been acquired. There's Tour d'Argent. Right, this is noisy. Right next to it, they've opened up a comptoir. You can go in and purchase all sorts of fun things. You see right here it says Épicerie de la Tour. There's all sorts of great stuff in there, jams and mustards and really fun things. I took a video the other day. I'll try and find it and attach it to this. But we are going to go across the street and keep walking past Geneviève up to Jardin de Plantes. It is so close. People don't realize how close this is. It looks like it's far away on the map, but it's not. I highly recommend this. So what we're going to do is walk up. So we're facing Geneviève, right? We panning just left the bakery. We're going to walk away from Notre Dame, away from Geneviève, and head east. I'm going to drop down to the river as soon as I can, just because I don't like being up next to this traffic. And we're going to have a quick walk and talk on our way to Jardin de Plantes. No joke, it's like 5-8 minutes away. It's very close. Do you hear them fighting? Those are parrots. Those are the parrots of Paris. Do you hear them? They're green. Do you see them? Hear that noise, that bird? There are parrots in Paris. They are right there. I'll just kind of keep it trained. They're green. They're an actual parrot. And I've been trying to track these guys down. They live in bigger flocks all throughout the city. But that distinct noise of them is the parrot. And you see them? It's green. There they go. Isn't that crazy? There's as far as I know, and a couple of other people in expats in Paris, there's a Facebook group just dedicated to like Parisian American expats, and a bunch of us have been looking for birding groups here because there's so many birds in Paris, and apparently there isn't one. So there's a gal named Bonnie and we're gonna start a birding group, and hopefully that'll take off. Who knows? It may be just a birding group of 2. I don't know. But I love birds. I love all animals, and I particularly am sort of obsessed over the parrots. So the walk and talk today is actually based off of a message that I got from a fellow member of our group. She's been a friend of mine for a while now, and she wrote to me a little message that started like this. So it starts like this. The message said, "Hey Shannon, about 2 weeks ago I saw an article online. It was about the top 10 places to retire to for less than $3,000 per month, and France was on the list." She's like, "I was so surprised about that. I thought, France is a lot more affordable than I was expecting. What do you think about it?" And I said, "Oh, wait a minute. Hold the truck, hold your horses." So let's talk about that real quick. Can you retire to France on $3,000 per month? Let's break this down. So minimum wage here in US dollars is $1,832 per month, okay, per person. That is your minimum financial kind of break point that you have to prove that you're making every month in order to be here, right? I'm talking about a third-party national visa. And again, I'm talking US dollars. One of your visa requirements is that you're proving that you have income, whether it's pension, retirement, wherever that's coming from. It has to be a minimum of 1,832 US dollars per month. Now, of course, they want to see a lot more than that. They want to see savings, and they want to see that you are financially secure enough to be here. You're not going to become a burden on the system. So right there, if if you're coupled up, 1,832 times 2 puts you over 3,000 US dollars right there. You legally can't be here without making at least that. Okay, here's another thing to put into perspective. Poverty line in France is 1,136 US dollars per month. So essentially, if you were going to come over here and live in France, which you could technically do, but if you were going to come over here and try and live on 3,000 US dollars per month, especially as a couple, you'd be essentially living very close to what's considered the poverty line in France. Now, if you want to come over here and kind of do the homesteading thing and be very frugal, you're minimalist, and that's kind of what your deal is about, then yeah, it could be done. But the majority of you, I know, want to come over here and experience France. I mean, it's a lot of work to come over here as a third-party national. Once you're here, you want to travel, you want to see all the things, you want to enjoy your time here. You don't want to be, that sort of living would strap you to the point where you wouldn't be able to travel, you wouldn't be able to splurge, you wouldn't be able to go out and eat out. You know, enjoy your new life here. Those are things to consider. And when you see articles like that, just always do your research. And it's all hype, really and truly, especially when it comes to that particular article. Honestly, in my opinion, it's hype. Now, in that short little walk, we're almost to Jardin. We enjoyed our nice little promenade next to the river, and that bridge right there is your signal that you have made it to Jardin. So we're just going to walk up there and get started on our tour. To orient you one more time, there's the bridge, the last bridge on Ile Saint-Louis, and all we're doing, panning, is going up to the next bridge. It's super easy. You can stay on the river the whole time, you're not next to the traffic, and then you can jump into one of the most beautiful and big gardens in Paris. It's worth it. Do it. As you approach the bridge, it's just taking you up a ramp, and then when you get to the corner, Jardin is literally across the street. So you just can't mess it up. Super easy to get to. I'll just show you what it looks like as you come up the ramp and you come up to the street level. You'll peek around the corner, and then you get your first glimpse of the gardens. You see the dome? That's a natural history museum that is part of the gardens. You'll cross over and enter in. It's not pet friendly, unfortunately. This was one of the things I was going to talk to you guys about. There's the Museum of Natural History here, and there's a permanent collection, and then they have these rotating exhibits like this one. Can you believe that? The Van Cleef jewels here. Look at that thing. I've been to an exposition here where it was the T-Rex. Like they actually had a real T-Rex here. It's a small space, that part of it. So just jump online, see what's going on while you're here, and you might be pleasantly surprised. They will have an exhibit that you might like.